Hey there, my friends. It's Dave Wood. This is going to be another episode of the Daily Shortcut that's very special because today I'm going to talk about how creating excuses for your excuses can actually change everything in your life. Now, there's some points that I'm going to go through to help you do that, and by the time we're done, we're going to totally change what's possible for you by using an ability that you're already really good at, which is making excuses. Now, number one point is this. It's that normal excuses are nothing more than false realities that prevent you from actually being able to create what you want. Now, here's the thing that you really got to understand about false realities and excuses is that they're not true, right? Just because you're saying, I can't do something because XYZ, doesn't mean that that's true. Just because you're saying, I can't do this business because I don't have money, doesn't mean that it's true. Just because you're saying, I'm not smart enough, I'm not intelligent enough, I don't have time, doesn't mean that that's true. It's not true. They're just false realities. And so admitting that is a key. Now, point number two is this. It's that the same mechanism that creates excuses can also be used to create reverse excuses, which actually end up being the reasons why you can do what you want. So today, I'm going to talk about how to create reverse excuses so you can actually do what you want. And here's the thing. I want you to understand that when you reverse a negative, you turn it into a positive, and that brings us to point number three, which is you're already good at doing this if you're good at making excuses. And let's be honest with it, we're all good at that. I mean, how many times in my life have I made a reason why I can't do something? Millions of times. I always do it. And then what I do is I reverse it, and I use that same excuse that other people will die believing in, and I just make an excuse for my excuse, which is a reverse excuse. So here's the thing that I want you to understand about this. No positive thinking is required at all. You don't even have to think positive in order to reverse your excuses, which brings us to point number four. When you create those reverse excuses, it focuses your brain on getting what you not want, which is actually what you want. And don't you want that? So let me give you some examples of how to do that here for a couple of minutes, okay? So let me give some excuses that a lot of people, they'll live and they'll die by these excuses. So let me give you some examples of creating reverse excuses, okay? And I'm going to give you real examples with real things that I actually hear people say, right? So here's something that people say a lot. They say, I don't have the money and so I can't. That's something that people say to themselves a lot. They're always making excuses that they can't do something because they don't have the money, right? So here's how you'd reverse that excuse and make an excuse for it. You'd say, I can't not do this because I don't have money and I want to change that so I never, ever, ever say I don't have money ever again from this day forward, right? You just reversed the excuse. You took the same thing that you're just saying and you just reversed it. You say, I can't not do this because I don't have money. You just created a negative excuse, which actually winds up being a positive, and it's a way of making your excuse into a powerful reason why you can, right? Here's another thing that people will say. They'll say, I can't because I don't have time, right? When the reverse of that is like, I can't not do this because I got no time and I'm sick and tired of not having the time that I want. So I can't not make this positive decision because if I don't make this positive decision right now, I'm going to continue not having the time that I want. So you just reverse the excuse and you turned your excuse into a powerful reason. How cool is that? I mean, this is like ninjutsu with like, you don't even have to think positive to do this stuff that I'm sharing with you. Like, let me give you another example, right? I can't do this because my spouse won't let me, right? I mean, I hear men say this and it's like, I can't not do this because I don't have control over my life and my wife doesn't trust me, and so I can't not make a decision that's going to empower my family to where my wife, she trusts me again because I'm a real man. You just reversed that thing. It's like, bam, you just smashed it, right? Or like, they say, you know, I can't do this because I have to think about it. It's like, I have to think about this. And it's like, I can't not do this because I need real time to think about the decisions that I want in my life. And I'm so caught up in my life that literally I can't do what I want because I'm always stuck in procrastination mode. I can't not make this decision right now. Just reverse this crap. Here's the thing. these reasons you give yourself, whatever your reasons are, right? I can't do this because I'm poor. Well, you can't not do it. You can't not do it because you don't want to be poor forever. Does that make sense? I mean, this is like reality bending, warping stuff. Your brain feels confused, doesn't it? Maybe that's on purpose. Let me share the 5 keys to creating reverse excuses effectively. Here's key number 1. You want to pay attention to the reasons why you're telling yourself you can't, right? What reasons are you giving yourself? You can even list them in the comments. Well, I'm not intelligent. I don't wear weird clothes like Dave Wood. Whatever it is, just pay attention as they're appearing in your mind. Number 2, change that reason to a reason that you can't. Because if you can't, you actually can't, right? You want to use whatever excuses you're making as your motivation. Turn your excuses into motivation by realizing it's just bullshit you're making up. Number 3, continue to make excuses for your excuses. In other words, you want to keep making excuses, right? Most people, they'd tell you, don't make excuses. I'm going to tell you, continue to make them for your excuses. Make excuses for your excuses and change your life by turning your can'ts into cans on accident just by being negative on purpose. Number 4, realize as you're doing this that it always is going to result in searching for a reason you can and why this is powerful. Now, this is why this is powerful. Your brain has something Tony Robbins talks about all the time called the reticular activating system. The reticular activating system is a system inside your brain that causes something called a transderivational search. Transderivational search. So when you make a reason or a not reason, you make a negative reason for your excuse, right? What happens is your brain starts a search. When your brain starts for a search, what it does is it looks for evidence that a certain thing is true. And when you look for evidence that's negative evidence against an excuse, you're creating a double negative, which turns into a positive. You start searching for all the reasons that's true. So you say, I can't not do this because I'm sick of being poor, right? That's a negative excuse. You're doing the same thing, and all of a sudden it's like, I'm doing this now, right? And you create evidence. And a bug just flew in front of me, and the bug is actually evidence that you can do this. By moving on to point number 5, which is to claim your daily shortcut. Now, I'm going to help you reverse your excuses today, and every day teach you things to help you do that by putting in your email below. So as I'm talking right now, I just want you to start scrolling down the page, right? You're going to see some bullet points. Just scroll past that to where you see the email box. And guess what you put there? Your best email. Because we're going to email you powerful content to help you reverse the decline in your life every day. And by reversing all this stuff from your past, you make the past irrelevant. Right now, I hope you're on the email field. And if you're not, scroll down, you'll see that. Put your best email in there, the one that you're going to check 5 days a week, and we'll send you content just like this. Right now, hit the button that says, give me the daily shortcut, and I'll see you on the next page. Those of you in the community, scroll down and write us a detailed, thoughtful comment about what you loved about this show. So what is it you do if you're confused? It's simple. Go to the email field, put in your best email, type it carefully to make sure that you get your bonuses, and then click Give Me the Daily Shortcut. I'll see you on the next page. This is Dave Wood, your host today, and I'll see you in the next episode of The Daily Shortcut.